Hello guys, my name is Robbie and today I will be talking about travel gear, mainly on stuff that I will bring to Japan. And in my last video I talked about how I pack in my carry-on and check-in luggages, picking up the necessary clothes and how to pack a bit lighter and also more compact to have space for souvenirs when you come back from your big trip. But today I will be showing my backpack and my sling bag, mainly to have an idea on what gear I'm traveling with, the essential gear and also the camera gear. So currently I'm filming on my camera and the main lens that I will be using, but let's talk about that a bit later when I'm talking about the sling bag. Right now I want to unpack a few things from this low pro backpack, and I will be showing you the Travel Essentials Gear Edition. So inside the backpack, in the main compartment, just to get rid of this one, it's the iPad Air 11-inch with the new white Magic keyboard. This one will be basically my laptop replacement for the travel. I will be editing some short video on this one on the plane and also taking notes and editing my photos. This will help me offload the footage from the camera and the phone that I will be taking throughout the day, and at the end of the day I will be using this one to offload all of that footage onto my external SSDs. But yeah, I think this is a lot smaller and lighter than a laptop. The iPad is the base model, it's the 128 gigs, so I don't really have enough space to store everything on it. That's why I'm using the SSDs. I think paying for internal storage for an iPad is a little bit over the top. I mean, it's too expensive. So yeah, this is my choice for traveling light. Then in the main compartment here, as I showed you in the last video, I mainly have clothing, extra clothing, my toiletry bag and extra stuff, water, food and whatever you need to have access to it as fast as possible. And also I will be storing my passport and wallet in here to have quick access, but also to have just a little bit of security and not having those two just on the outside pockets. So the passport is inside the main pocket and inside the smaller pocket here. I also have a few bits and pieces here just to have them to put somewhere. The blower for the camera gear and also a selfie stick for my phone because it's a lot easier to use this one instead of basically anything else. I don't really need a gimbal for my phone because the iPhone has a pretty good stabilization by default. So this one's a go. And I also have some cleaning stuff for my camera gear. These things are just in case. They are sensor cleaning kits with sensor cleaning liquid and a brush. I don't really need these on me while I'm out, so I'm keeping these in the main backpack, which will be staying at the hotel most of the time. And now let's get out the travel pouch. Now this one is from TomTok, I think. Yeah, it's the smaller tech pouch, travel pouch. I will carry a bunch of travel essentials and camera related gear in here, mainly cables. So yeah, I have an anchor cable which is braided, so it's braided and really high quality anchor cable. I think it's about 2 meters long, I think. Then I have the original Apple cable for my phone. Then I have another anchor cable that is also braided and it's a USB-A to USB-C. The other two were USB-C, USB-C. This one only a meter, I think. It's good for stuff that does not require a quick charge or something like that, because the USB-A one I think is topping out at 18 watts, I believe, or something like that. At least I can't, if I remember correctly, I cannot really pull out more than 24 watts from the USB-A port on the charger. And talking about the charger, it is the Anker Prime GAN charger. I can't remember exactly the model name, I will put it on the screen, but it is a 100 watts charger with 3 ports. It has a USB A and 2 USB-C ports, and it's really small, so it's like this big. And being able to fold down, it doesn't take too much space in the bag or in this tech pouch. Next, also in terms of charging, I have the new or kind of new Anker Mag Easy or Mag whatever 3-in-1 travel charger, foldable travel charger. Somebody called it the UFO charger. Yeah, I mean, it looks really interesting. It folds out in 3 pieces, and it has a phone charger, Qi2 certified, 15 watts, a AirPods charger, or phone charger if you don't mind charging the phone slowly, then a Apple Watch charger. And this one is the quick Apple Watch charger, so you will be able to charge your Series 10 or Ultra 2 or Ultra 1 or Series 9 with the fastest possible charging speed, which is really good. And then it falls down to be this small. It's really great for traveling. And to top it all off, related to charging, I picked up a universal adapter thingy in which you can put any of the Shuko types, or what are these called. So you can put in the European, American, UK, Japan, and whatnot type of accessories, and also then the other end you can put this one in any type of connectors. So like you can have the European, you can have the UK, the American, and the American can be, I don't know if you can see it, but it can be bent in a way so it fits multiple styles of connectors. Okay. This is a must basically because, for example, in this case, we are going to Japan and we are Europeans. So everything for us is this one, but in Japan, we will need to have the American style 2-pin connector. This is the charging related stuff. And also in here, I have a Samsung T7 Shield, 1TB SSDs, and I also be getting a Lexar Professional Go, that small SSD with the USB-C hub that goes onto the iPhone, and that also can be used as normal SSD. Also 1 TB, and it's also really fast. I think it's the same speed as the T7, which is around 1,000 megabytes or gigabyte per second to, read and write speed. The other thing that I have here, which you may not know when you need it, it's a simple USB-C to HDMI 4K 60 adapter. I can put the iPad this on a bigger screen if the hotel has a bigger screen and we can watch some movies at night if we still have the energy to do so. That wraps it up with the tech pouch. I put back everything, and let's go to the next section. The next one is a battery bank. This is a 100% the most useful and the most needed thing, even if you are a camera nerd or not, because this one will help your laptop, tablet, phone, or watch, or everything or anything basically in case they die. Yeah, mostly your phone, because you will probably need your phone in most of the cases. You need internet on the phone and you need power in your phone. So yeah, this is the Anker. As you can see, I really like their stuff. They are a bit more expensive, but they are quality stuff, so I really recommend them. Everything that I used until this point, they worked exceptionally, so I really can't complain. This one is the 24,000 milliampere hour one. It's basically around 80 watt hours, so you can charge, for example, a MacBook Air almost twice, or a iPad Air 11 or iPad Pro 11 2.5, 3 times, something like that, or iPhones. Your smaller iPhones around 5 to 6 times, and the bigger iPhones 4 to 5 times. or something like that. Yeah, they are really handy. And this one can output 140 watts, so it would be great for your MacBook Pro 14 or even the 16-inch version. And you have the same USB-A and two USB-C ports. It also has a really high input USB-C port, so the battery bank itself can be charged really fast if you have an appropriate uh, fast charging PD charger. So yeah, I highly recommend this one. The next stuff is a really must have on trips. I think at least it's a really must have if you are going with airplanes, because this is a noise cancelling earbud, and this particular one is the AirPods Pro Gen 2. You probably figured out, using a bunch of Apple products, it makes sense to choose this one. Even though the audio quality is not the top end, the high end. Tried out a bunch of earbuds and headphones in the past 2 to 3 years, and I can tell you a few things about them. Although I'm not an audiophile, I can clearly hear a difference between headphones that supposed to sound really great and the headphones that aren't, that are like in the middle of the pack, like these one. They sound okay, they sound good, you can use them for basically anything. They have a play good with everything kind of sound, so you can watch movies, you can have calls, you can, I don't know, listen to music. They will be an all around good pair of headphones. But here's the thing, I am wearing these a lot at home, on the go, when I'm walking, and I'm using the adaptive mode, which is between transparency and noise cancelling mode. So it will dynamically change between those two settings and give me the best experience. When there is no loud noise, it goes to the transparency mode, and it's just amazing. There is not another pair of headphone or earphones that could do that, or at least at that level. I tried the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra headphones. I tried the Sony WF-1000 XM5s and also the WH-1000 XM5s, so the headphones and the earphones. I tried Huawei FreeBuds 4 Pro, and I also tried the Sennheiser Momentum Force, an older pair of mid-range Sonys, and I also had the Anker Soundcore QC35s. Although not all of them I had for a long time, I bought them and returned them in a day, 2 or 3, or a week, or 2 months, or whatever the experience and the return policy period was available for me. But I still gravitated back towards this one. I also had a few times switched from iPhone to Android, and even with Android phones and tablets, I still used these ones. Even though you don't have access to all the features, you still have the toggle with the pinch gesture to toggle between noise cancelling and transparency mode or the adaptive mode. So yeah, I really recommend these ones, especially if you're an Apple user. And the last thing in my backpack is the PGY Tech Mantis Pod vlogging thingy, tripod thingy, and whatnot. So this is a compact travel tripod which can sit really nicely on the surfaces that you want to use it on. It has the remote controller that is built in the Mantis Pod, and I can use it with the Sony cameras. It also has a nice feature that you can use this one to put it anywhere. I don't know if you saw the videos online about this, but it is really useful to have it hang somewhere at a higher level and shoot downwards without the need to hold it in your hand. And last but not least, in my main section is my phone, which is currently the iPhone 16 Pro. Not the Max, is the smaller one. It can shoot 4K Apple ProRes log video with Blackmagic's camera app, or with the native camera app. But with the Blackmagic's camera app, I can basically choose the settings, which I cannot do with the main camera app. Saving the footage on the external SSDs will help me keep my phone storage same, because this one is also the lower storage model. It's a 128 gigs, and for shooting videos it's really not enough, but with an external SSD it will work great. So yeah, this is my camera backpack. Sorry, this is my main backpack, which will hold all of these that I showed you and a bit more. Water bottle, and also in the lower section where the backpack basically had the original camera section will be my camera sling, which is the Think Tank Retrospective 5 version 2 in black, because it's a bit more stealthy this way. And come closer. Now, the camera stuff. Okay, so as I said, this is the Think Tank Retrospective 5 version 2, which has a bunch of goodies to help you with storing and carrying your camera gear. So basically in here I will have the main camera, the 16 to 35 f2.8 G master lens, the 85 1.8 Sony lens. It's not a G, it's not a G master, it's the original 85 1.8. It's really sharp, it's really light, it's small, it's a good telephoto, it's a good combination with the 16 to 35. At some point I will probably switch these to a more versatile lens. I'm thinking about buying the 70 to 180 f2.8 from Tamron, or a 70 to 200 from Sony, but I'm really not sure if I should go with the Sony version, because the Tamron version is so much smaller and lighter, and I would be missing only a 20mm at the long end, which is probably not that noticeable. And last but not least, I'm also thinking as a side option, I'm not sure really if that, who knows. The best option would be the Tamron 50 to 400, which is almost the same size as the Sony 70 to 200. Yeah, it's not 2.8, but it's decently fast for a 50 to 400. And for traveling, where you probably need the versatility of that 50 to 400 for anything, street, landscape, I don't know, probably a lot. Like the same way I was thinking about what the hell do you need a 16 to 35, and why is not 24 to 70 enough? The same way I think the 50 to 400 would be a lot more helpful than a 70 to 180, but who knows. So yeah, those are the options that I'm thinking on switching the 85 with at some point. But for now, these two lenses are really what I need at the moment. Oh yeah, these two will be staying in the main section, which is divided into smaller sections, one bigger for the camera with the lens and with the microphone receiver, and the smaller section for the 85. Then in the tablet holder, because you have a section for a tablet, although the 11-inch is not fitting in here, you would need the retrospective 7 at least, I think. But no problem, because I don't need to carry the iPad with me. I just need space for my microphone set, which currently only consists of the DJI Mic Mini. Up until this point, it was really good. Helped me take good audio, and you are hearing this at this moment as well. So yeah, let me know in the comment if you like the sound of this, or you think a shotgun microphone would be a better choice for traveling and for this kind of stuff. Yep. So this is the DJI mic. I have a dual battery charger for the Sony Z batteries. Then I also have another iPhone USB-C to USB-C cable, just in case if I don't have the big bag on me, and a Lexar memory card reader, because I have Lexar cards and also SanDisk cards. Yeah, they are the V30 Lexar cards, 128GB ones. These are decently fast. I don't need faster. I don't need higher quality video. I don't need faster buffering clearance, because I'm not doing that fast-paced thingy, and I don't use the highest quality settings in video either, because I'm not a movie maker. I'm a YouTuber, a vlogger, and a travel vlogger. I think this quality is high enough for everything that I want to do. But They use a proprietary type of reading process. So to get that 200 megabyte per sec read and write speeds that they are advertising, you would need their own reader. I tried with other readers and it is not working. I'm getting around 90 writing and around 120 read or something like that. With this one, it really goes 200 reading and the same 200, even though it says 140 for writing, but it writes with 200 as well. So I don't know. These are really good. I have two SD cards in the camera, one Lexar and one SanDisk. I always try to use two different brand cards, so in case one fails, the other one has a smaller chance to fail at the same time. And I have another pair of the same cards in my backpack, so I have four 128 gigs and I'm recording redundantly on them, so I have backup in case one card fails anyway. And I also have another smaller micro SD card, which is 64 gigs from KNF Concept. It has a SD adapter as well. Currently, I don't have any gear that uses micro SD cards, but if I stumble upon something that would need these, then I have one. And also, it's a backup of the backup of the backup cards in case I ran out of storage and I still need something. It's slow, it's shit, I don't care, it's a backup. Then I have extra 2Z batteries for the Sony camera. One is in there and two are here. These are always charged up and I know they are ready to go. And I also have a filter pouch that is holding all of my filters that I need for traveling, basically for videography mostly, but I also have a sepia filter. So I have three ND filters, one ND8, ND64 and ND1000. So this is basically a 3-stop, 6-stop and a 10-stop ND filter. The 10-stop is not really useful unless I'm filming on the 85 1.8 and I want to keep the shallow depth of field, because at 1.8, if it's really bright outside, I cannot keep my shutter speed down enough if I don't use the 10-stop ND filter. But for the 16 to 35, because it's a 2.8, most of the time I'm using the 3-stop ND filter, or if it's really bright outside, then I use the 6-stop filter. The sepia filter is obviously good for mostly for photography, needing to cut reflections of from water or windows or whatnot. And last but not least, I have a smaller clippy thingy with a variable ND filter from Earth. This is for the iPhone, and this one is also a must-have if you want to try to film with your phone log footage with the Blackmagic camera app. As I told you, you can select your settings, and to have that cinematic nice motion blur, you need to shoot at 24 frames per second with the shutter speed at 1/48th or 1/50th of a second. And to do that, you will not be able to lower your ISO enough on the phone to have proper exposure, so you need this one. Also, you can't basically close down your aperture on your iPhone because it's a fixed aperture. Getting back to the filter pouch, these filters, all of them are, and even the pouch, all of them are from KNF Concept, and at least up until this point, I'm really happy with the performance they give. I couldn't really see a big difference in hues and color and stuff like that. But what's nice is these are magnetic filters. And I have a magnetic adapter basically set on the lenses. And you just put it on. And with each filter that is in this magnetic pack, you can get a magnetic lens cap. So these are the ones that I'm using because they are a lot smaller and a lot nicer. And they just stay on there, I think, a bit better than the standard clippy one. So yeah, when I want to have a darker scene, I just take the filter and put it on the lens, and when I'm done, I just take it out. Everything you see in here and every other thing that I talked about in this video will be Link down in the description if you want to check it out. Also, from now on, I will put every camera gear that I'm using for creating these videos in the description, so you, no matter which video you click on, you have access to the whole list of my camera stuff. And I think that's it. This is my whole setup. As a last note, the only few tips that I can give you is you don't need the bigger stuff. So for example, the DJI Mic Mini is actually really good. I had the mic too, and I think these sound just as good. They have almost all the features that the mic 2 have. Only the 32-bit float recording is missing from this one, but I don't think that's an issue. The mics themselves are automatically adjusting the high for the high, really high volumes, so you will never clip your audio. You should always have extra batteries. This is a really important thing. You should try and use chargers that can charge multiple things at once, so you don't carry with you so many charging accessories basically, because you can pick one wall charger that has 3 output ports, and then with those 3 output ports basically I can link that Anker wireless travel charger, which is also small, to charge my phone, AirPods and Apple Watch at the same time with one cable. And then the second cable I can use to charge 2 camera batteries at the same time with the wireless charger with the phone setup. And then I still have a third output port which I can use for charging my iPad, or for example, uh, this one is a battery based Bluetooth remote from PGY Tech, and you need to charge it, so I can put this one on, or anything else basically. And this way you will save a lot of space in your backpack. Instead of carrying 3, 4, 5 charging bricks, double the amount of cables for the same purpose. So that's it, guys. I hope you will find some useful tips and things, and let me know in the comments down below if you think any of these can be changed or switched up with something that's better, or if you have any good ideas on which telephoto lens would be the best option to switch the 85 with. And yeah, thank you for watching. Please like the video if you liked it, because it helps a lot to grow the channel. Also, please subscribe if you haven't yet and you like this type of content, and if you want to see more of this, you know the jazz. See you in the next one.